My family erased me until their perfect life hit a wall. My parents treated my 18th birthday like an expiration date because I chose a welding torch over a law degree. They literally photoshopped me out of the family vacation pictures to keep the image clean. To them, I didn't exist until my sister's perfect life started hitting a brick wall. I'm 28 now. I own my own custom metal shop and haven't been invited to a Sunday dinner in a decade. Then, out of the blue, my mom calls. No, how are you? No, we missed you. Just, your sister's son, Jax, is a nightmare. We heard you're good with difficult things. We need you to take him for the summer before he ruins Sarah's reputation. Jax is 8. My sister, Sarah, the golden child who never missed a curfew, was posting photos of him in tiny designer suits while he was actually falling apart behind the scenes. When I pulled up to her manicured suburban fortress, the vibe was chilling. The house was museum quiet, but Jax was locked in his room because he wouldn't stop fidgeting during a charity gala. Sarah handed me a list of his triggers and a bottle of focus pills the size of Tic Tacs. She told me he was defective and uncontrollable, but looking at Jax, I didn't see a nightmare. I saw a kid who was drowning in expectations, exactly like I was before they cut me loose. He didn't talk for the first 3 days at my place. He just sat in the corner of my shop, wide-eyed, watching the sparks fly from my welder. Finally, he whispered, "Am I allowed to get dirty here, or will I get in trouble?" It absolutely gutted me. I handed him a piece of scrap metal and told him he could paint the whole floor if he wanted to. The behavioral issues vanished the second he wasn't being treated like a social media prop. But then I found the performance logs Sarah kept, detailed notes of every time he embarrassed her by being a normal kid, and how she'd lock him in a dark closet as sensory discipline. It wasn't parenting, it was psychological warfare. When August rolled around, Sarah showed up in her luxury SUV to collect her repaired child for the back-to-school photo shoot. Jax didn't run to her. He hid behind my heavy workbench. I told Sarah he wasn't going back. She lost it, called me a low-life trade worker, and threatened to have me arrested for kidnapping. I didn't blink. I showed her the performance logs I'd confiscated and the recording of Jax shaking at the sound of her car in the driveway. I told her I'd already called a family lawyer and child protective services. The judge didn't care about her Ivy League degrees or her perfect mom blog. He cared about the kid who finally started eating and smiling once he was allowed to be a mess. I'm still the black sheep of the family, but now I've got a little shadow in the shop who's learning that being perfect isn't nearly as important as being real.